Hey everyone, it is Pilot Summoner, also known as Phoenix. I want to review Tokon today. Quick background of who I am. I play fighting games, I guess. I mostly play Street Fighter, so I'm looking at this from a Street Fighter player perspective. To set the record straight, I don't usually like Arxis games. I only really like Persona 4 Arena Ultimax and Versusia and Rambler. When it came to Guilty Gear, I didn't like the general gameplay, but I did like Bike Gun, and I liked Disney. I thought they were fun. So when it comes to Arxis, this isn't bias, this isn't glaze. I'm a Street Fighter guy. I prefer Street Fighter. So this isn't like, oh, Arxis is at it again. They've done really well. They did perfect. Because I'm not crazy about Arxis' games. So with that out of the way, I want to start with my positives of the beta. Beta overall was very fun. I think that this game might become my secondary game. I think this game has a lot going for it. The characters are unique and fun. I think the systems can get deep, if you want to. I think that in general, the characters they're all unique. I mostly played Blade, and I went to play Magic, Star-Lord, Doom, Magneto, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider. I tried at least a bit of every character that I was interested in, and oh my god, they're all so different. They're actually very different. I enjoy it. I like that. I 2 thumbs up on that part. That front, perfect. I think that they have nailed making a fun, unique cast. Now, something else is, I think assists are fun to mess with. I think that there's a ton of fun that can be had when you're using assists. In neutral and combos in general. I think the assists are very interesting, unique, and I like that this isn't Marvel vs. Capcom, because that was one of my biggest concerns when this game got announced. Oh, what's going to happen to Marvel vs. Capcom? Then I was like, okay, well, this game's still different, but like Marvel vs. Capcom, like this doesn't matter anymore. Like people are just gonna play Tokon, and I'm happy to say I don't think that's true. I still love watching Marvel. I think Marvel's still going to be a fun game to play. I think Tokon's going to have its unique following. I think Marvel vs. Capcom's still going to be a legacy franchise. And if Marvel was willing, I think we could have Tokon and MVC in the same release. I think that both fill a unique niche that people want. People love Marvel vs. Capcom, love playing it, love watching it. Tokon is very fun, very interesting, and it's very different from Marvel vs. Capcom. So I think that the general gameplay was not too fast, not too slow. I do think it could use a little bit of pacing improvements. But overall, it still felt very fluent, it felt very fun to play, and again, I like the game. I think it's a very good game. Now let's get to the flaws, okay? When it comes to the flaws, I think this game has the flaw of the input reader is one of the worst I've ever had the displeasure of playing with. I want you to know I play Street Fighter 6, that input reader also sucks. This one's bad for another reason. When you're doing DP, especially during routing, you sometimes get quarter circle forward. I thought I was messing it up. You just need to delay the DP for some reason during routing. I don't get that. That doesn't feel very fluent, that doesn't feel very fun, that feels very match-owning. So, wasn't a big fan of that. I think that the input reader needs a little bit of sprucing up, a little bit of fixing. The game ran poorly for some people. I'm lucky enough my PC was good enough to run it pretty well, but it's probably seen the footage that I'm playing behind here that the online was wonky too. Like sometimes things would just dip, and it was annoying. It wasn't very fun to deal with. So wasn't a big fan of that either. But I want this game to be accessible because I think fighting is accessible is our number one priority, more than trying to make it so only the people with high-end PCs or the PS5s can play it. I think that's stupid. I've never been a fan of that thought process. I think that everyone deserves to enjoy fighting games. I think that they're a unique genre that everyone should be able to enjoy, no matter their specs, no matter how much they could pay, no matter their console. Speaking of which, this is more minor, this is just how it is. I'm not a big fan. This is an exclusive game. This game being exclusive was It's not very good. I don't like exclusives. I think that they're terrible. I think that, again, everyone should play Tokon. I think everyone should be allowed to. Again, this is Marvelverse. This is their, not Marvelverse, yeah. This is their first Marvel fighting game in a while, so a lot of people were excited, but now they can't play because one reason or another. I think that's stupid. I think that needs to go. Alright. I have to talk about Sony. Alright, Sony. Sony is really what's running this game, if I want to be honest. They have so many random systems, and I know this is an Arc Sys because I have played previous Arc Sys games, as I said before. None of them ran poorly, none of them are running all these things. Sony, for some reason, has like 20 different things that they want open, like anti-cheat, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. I don't get it. Like, what's the point? So, I'm not a fan of that too much. It's just, this feels like a Sony game. This was optimized for PS5, not for PC, and PC was an afterthought, and I do think that was against Sony, because usually now what's happening is a lot of gamers, I don't like using that term, trust me, I think that term's lame, but a lot of people are now using PC. Capcom's realized that, for example, Xbox has realized that, all these companies have realized that, so a lot of games now get optimized for PC and then optimized for other consoles. So, not too crazy about that, about how that's around, but I also think that this game can last a while, but how Sony is doing things is just not it. I don't know. I don't like Sony too much. I'm not a big fan of what they've been doing. And yes, I also think they're physical. Unrelated. Small tangent. This is my video. I can do whatever I want. Them getting rid of physical media is a very bad decision, so I'm not a fan of that either. I used to use a PS5 religiously. I don't anymore, but I think another thing with Tokon is if you hit someone, their assist should go away. I have literally lost matches because I would hit the guy and then get punished because the assist was still active. That should never be happening. I'm sorry. I don't care. Again, it's a little different versus Marvel vs. Capcom, so what happens in Marvel vs. Capcom, I don't like it there either. I don't think if you hit someone, you should be punished for it ever, so I think that needs gone, and I think they need to figure something out with that, but yeah. When it comes to the actual gameplay, Tokon's very good, very fun. I think that it'll be very nice, very fun to play, very fluent in some areas. Blade is just a ton of fun, and I'm glad, so I get a thumbs up for that. I think the game has a lot of things it can work on, but I think it has a lot going for it. So, but overall, I'd say it's pretty good, looking good. I like what's going on. And lastly, there's the project I'm going to be working on, hopefully over the next 2 days. I don't know yet. It'll take me a while, but it's going to be starting a little series, I guess. Playing my 200 master games with random. This time was 150 because I did 50 with Alex earlier, but I want to get the favorite colors, right? You play 300 games total, and that requires you to play just a lot of games, and I personally like learning a lot of characters, so I played random. With that, I want to make it story-driven somehow, so this would be a really hard project for me to work on. It's 6 hours of footage. I need to script it, write it out, all this stuff, so hard, man. But I hope I can make something worthwhile. So that's my biggest concern, is I don't make something worthwhile, worth your time, worth my time. So I'll make that soon. Probably after this goes up, I'll spend an hour doing something else, just so I have a mental reset, and then start cutting down that footage. And yeah, I should have that uploaded at some point in the next 2 months. It'll take a while, but I want to make more content. So yeah, okay. That's about it. See ya later.